how to position yourself as an authority on Reddit. Huge platform, becoming much more recognized today, and we're going to go through it and how you can embrace this great platform, which is one of the, I think it is within the top 5 of all the traffic on the internet. Reddit is in that category. It combines the advantages of a social network and an interactive forum. People with the same problems share advice, experience, and recommendations on this platform. That's what makes it special. Reddit is a great platform to build your brand, visibility, and loyalty. But doing so may take a while. Think of this as the tortoise versus the hare. On some of the other platforms, you might get known quickly by buying traffic. Reddit is a slow process. You're the tortoise who will eventually win the race as you plod along slowly, consistently. Reddit protects its users from promotional content, meaning this isn't for marketers to come in and slam it in order to get juice from a Reddit group. But you can still succeed in attracting users' attentions that you can then get people to come to your blog, to your website, to possibly your sales page. So number 1 tip on Reddit, start by commenting on other posts. Get involved, interact. To attract new visitors on your site, participate and discuss relevant content in your niche, in the niche that you're focused on, and link to your site. You can link to your site in a great way. If you comment, well, I went over this in my latest blog post on such and such a date, that'll comment, you can leave your link in there. Use keywords to increase your chances of being found. So if you have a long tail keyword phrase, for example, if you are a dog trainer for cats, ooh, that didn't make sense. If you are a dog trainer for poodles, that's a relevant long tail keyword phrase. That's something you would search for inside Reddit. Get at least 30 to 50 karma. What is karma? Well, from what we know is you put good out, you'll get good back. If you do negative things, you'll get negativity back. That's how people understand karma. Well, within this platform, they've embraced that word as karma. So the ideal number is to accumulate or accrue or earn 30 to 50 karma points or karma credits is the way I would describe it. So focus on karma, good karma. And karma is the rating you get for posting and commenting. When you earn high karma, your words are considered trustworthy. So it's like trust rankings. And in some subreddits, you can't post materials or comment until you reach a certain level of karma. These points that start stacking up based on good behavior, good giving. So givers get. And that's what that means by karma. And you need to get some upvotes by sharing photos, jokes, memes, or news that can generate and essentially enhance your content, the other people who are inside the platform. If you can help them, you will get the love of Reddit. You can beg for a little karma by submitting a request in a special subreddit /r/free karma. You'll see that in the screen right here, subreddit /r/ again, and then free karma. Another way to gain karma is to comment on posts in the subreddit Ask Reddit. Subreddit Ask Reddit. You will find a way to beg for it and earn it. Also, find subreddits in your niche. In my category, let's just say the broad category is branding. Inside the branding category, I'm going to look for a subcategory, a subreddit of personal branding. I'm not a corporate brander, something where people who work for Coca-Cola or Tiffany or Porsche. Those are big brands, but if someone is looking for something specific for speakers, authors, coaches, and consultants, which is my market, I'm gonna look for personal branding subreddits where I can comment because that's my expertise. And I'm gonna choose the ones that would have the most participants and that are close to my product or service. These can attract people of like-minded interests. And number 4 I want to talk about is ask friends and or colleagues. I mean, you've got friends, I hope. Ask them to upvote your post. This gives you karma and it collects votes in the beginning, but don't overdo it. Don't look unnatural where you're calling your mom and then you have your 17 sisters also upvoting with the same last name. You're going to look ridiculous and it might make the admins suspicious of you, and I think you can get deleted for that. So you can certainly have friends and so forth to support you in the beginning and they might be enthusiastic, but anything outside of what is normal, the range, you might get flagged by the admins of that subreddit. It's also important to get comments and shares, so try to generate all kinds of activities towards your posts. Number 5, analytics. We all have to look at the numbers. We just want to, at times, post and respond without looking at the analytics, but this is our scorecard. I don't know about you, but getting a report card wasn't always fun. But you need to look at the obvious, face the music. What do the analytics tell us? So here are a couple that you need to look at. Make use of these tools. The first one is Snoop Snoo for Reddit. Bandwatch Analytics is another. Reddit Metrics is another. Reddit Insight. And Track Reddit. These are all independent analytical tools that will help you find out how you're being viewed. What is happening with your Reddit posts, your answers? Are you getting upvoted? How do you compare to the competition? Number 6, comment on top submissions. Engaging with the popular posts, like those featured on the front page, will make you earn more karma. Be smart. Be smart. Do you go and comment on Google or do you comment on Bing? Google is a much bigger platform. Who are you going to follow? People with bigger platforms. So let's just stay with those common, let's say the larger posts so you can comment and earn more juice. Number 7, delete old posts that you may put up without comments or upvotes. That means you struck out. That's called a dud. Accept it, it's reality. Not everything you write or comment about is prose or considered great. Just get rid of it, delete it. Because if you got no love, it wasn't good enough. You can't please everyone. The only person that said everything I did was great was my mother, okay? And nobody knows you until they know you. So until you develop a reputation, this is life. It's the reality of what goes on here. So delete posts with negative feedback because sometimes that's going to happen. If you post something and there's somebody who has a lot of negativity to say about your post, remove it. Don't let others see it because that will leave an impression in the mind of other people who may be valuable for you in the future to upvote a future post. And also check subreddits daily. It takes about 10 minutes a week to look for entries that are similar to your subject and leave comments there. It takes a little bit of work, but the dividends are big because Reddit is a huge platform and you will benefit by commenting regularly. Important, upvoted posts bring do follow links. So if you are able to leave your link and say more information here, if you're going to also leave links for others, they can bring do follow links. And if you get a do follow link from Reddit, that's huge. If your post gains a certain number of upvotes, the link automatically becomes a do follow link. To earn that, 3 to 5 users should like your post. Don't upvote your own message or you will be banned. So if you have 3 to 5 colleagues, families and friends with different IP addresses who upvote your post, you might be able to earn a Dofollow link. And getting a Dofollow link from a domain authority like Reddit is gigantic. I mean, that's a dream link for most people from, in the SEO world. And only post quality content. Don't spam. Don't use spun articles to send things out. You will be flagged. And develop top-notch content by following these tips. 1, use visuals when you post comments in order to attract their connection. Add an image. This will enhance your viewership and responses and potentially earn you an upvote. Share a personal experience. We're just human beings. We all have feelings, emotions, and histories, and we want to relate to people, so share something personal. Format the text, use bold fonts. Divide your text into paragraphs, making it easier to read. You don't want to have one long piece that can intimidate people, so break it up by a sentence or two and add a space in between. Explain complex issues in the simplest way you can so users can understand and share their opinion. So what's a good rule of thumb here? For those of us that have been copywriters, we want to keep it in simple terms, meaning right at the level of 6th grade English, unless you are in a subreddit with people of a high level of education. If you are in a PhD subreddit for nuclear physics, it's okay to write like you're one of them. But for the masses, people who may be new and you want to attract and garner attention from newer people that may not be familiar with all the vocabulary in your niche or your category, then keep it simple. Make your post understandable. And here's a biggie, post in other languages. My second language is Spanish. I can write and comment in Spanish and get the benefit of commenting in El Español because it's a different market. And if you speak a few languages, don't lose this opportunity to reach a wider community, because oftentimes people want to consume the information in their native language, yet they can speak English. I'm speaking to you in English, my native language. But if I wrote something in Spanish, there's a good possibility many of those people speak English as well if they're using this platform. So I'm going to take on this opportunity and post in Spanish. It may not be perfect, but I can read and write and comment well enough to increase my market by writing in a second language. And here's the good news, Reddit is available in 70 languages. So your target audience may not be only located in the English-speaking market, as I just mentioned. It might even make sense, I might look at hiring somebody for certain posts to write something for me in German, to write something for me in Mandarin. My God, there are a lot of Chinese. There are a lot of people in Farsi. In Iran, that's a huge country. There are in the Arab world, 300 million Arab speakers. Oh my word, that's a huge market. So you can tap into those heavily concentrated, money-saturated markets by simply speaking their language. And reply to every comment on your posts. If you don't, they'll ignore you. If you ignore them, they'll ignore you. This goes back to the simple reciprocity principle. An active user will earn karma. Remember, it's all based on karma. What you put out, you get back. By showing appreciation to readers' feedback, you will build trust and more karma points. And make sure to check if somebody commented back to your message in your profile, because you want to be earning this opportunity to become an authority and position yourself as an authority on Reddit. If you have additional tips, I would love to learn how you have embraced Reddit in your niche, your category. Write those comments, please, in the comment section below. We want to, and we will respond. I will respond personally to any of these comments. I'd love to learn if you had 3 or 4 more additional tips to add so I can make a follow-up video, or we can all learn from your expertise in Reddit so we can improve together. See you in the next video.